Now look, did y'all really think we weren't gonna talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? Yes. So you know, no one silences us. And to all my friends in Italy who reached out, you have to know it's okay, we're still here, we're still broadcasting. And when the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first. We did the same thing with Stephen Colbert. Then our show was on tape on Friday. But we are live here today, and we're getting into it now. Okay? Because to be clear, you cannot now, I want to make sure I got this right. To be clear, you cannot like a show and it can go off the air. Mm-hmm. Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air, but the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silenced. And you may be surprised to see who agrees with us at this table, because it blew us away. Take a look.
Do you believe that Brendan Carr's comments were appropriate?
Absolutely inappropriate. The government's got no business in it, and the FCC was wrong to weigh in, and I'll fight any attempt by the government to get involved with speech. I will fight.
We are quickly turning into a banana republic. The President of the United States is now employing the full power of the federal government, the FCC, the Department of Justice, in order to punish, lock up, take down off the air all of his political enemies. I think what Brendan Carr has done at the FCC is illegal and unconstitutional.
He says, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Yeah.
And I got to say, that's right out of Goodfellas. That's right out of a mafioso coming into a bar going, nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. I like Brendan Carr, but we should not be in this business. We should denounce it.
Yes. Right now, Jimmy Kimmel back on the air tomorrow evening. That is the word from Disney. Owner of ABC, Kimmel's show was suspended last week after comments that he made about the suspect in Charlie Kirk's assassination. Disney now saying, quote, it is a decision that we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday, which is something that they left the option out there on, really, when they made this decision. We know some of the companies, the networks that carry the show, were also instrumental in that decision. We'll see what decision they make about carrying the show, but it'll be back tomorrow night for Jimmy Kimmel.
Hey, Sean Hannity.
Oh my God. Yo, don't she hate politics? The way she messed up the dude name. He might take on the situation. First of all, I think the joke. First of all, I think the government, Trump, president, whoever, need to let those entertainment, let comedy be comedy. I understand you may not like the joke. Well, Trump, this is Trump take. This is what I noticed from Trump. If you don't like the news, you saying about him. If you don't like the jokes, he wants you cancel. He wants you out of here. He only want people who's on his side, i.e. Fox News. He don't like CNN, he don't like ABC, he don't like nobody else. Even with Fox News, they're not best friends because they be fighting too sometimes. But they look like Fox News and maybe Newsmax is the only right wing news people that always trying to make Trump happy. Everybody else just doing their own thing, they don't care, and Trump don't like that. As far as Jimmy Kimmel, I'm glad he's back. The joke was really mostly, the way I think the joke was really toward Trump. Hey, Trump, look how you're grieving and you call that your best friend. I don't. Me personally, I don't think the joke had. I don't think it didn't have nothing to do. It was about Charlie Kirk. By the way, wish my condolences goes out to him and his family. but it was mostly toward Trump. The way Trump is grieving about the friend. That's what the joke was. And I think that was like a harsh punishment. And of course, free speech. I feel like free speech only applies to Republicans now. Free speech only applies to the other side. When Democrats say something, free speech, they get punished for it. When it's the other side, hey, it's just free speech, everything is fine. It's like a lot of hypocrisy and a big irony, and but I really think President Trump should just like let these comedians do what they do. Do what they do. If you don't like the joke or whatever, granted, they make fun of everybody. Even them, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Most of these TV shows are usually, for the left, for Democrats. Like even when Biden used to messed up, they used to like give, make fun of them slightly, but not as harsh as I ain't gonna lie to you, not as harsh as the Republicans. But so the views, Whoopi Goldberg was like, yo, y'all think we wasn't gonna say something? We was just chilling, we was just chilling, waiting. You want us to say something? The man himself, Jimmy Kimmel, didn't say nothing. So we were just waiting to see what Jimmy Kimmel had to say before we had to say our stuff. But of course, you just free speech have its limits. As you can see, Fox News themselves was sued a lot of money over saying Trump won, blah blah blah. A lot of lies, saying going against the Dominion, which is a voting software. They claim that back in 2016 that Trump actually did win, and all that stuff. But they had a big money, and even Fox News took some L's. Some people got fired on that side. Hey, who got fired from? Hey Alexa, who got fired from Fox News?
I don't know that.
Man, who got fired from Fox? Because Fox News had to fire some people from this side. Both sides took losses. CNN had to fire some people. Fox News had to fire some people. Let me see who Fox News fired. Who Fox News fired? Was it? Oh, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson fired from Fox News. Yeah, I remember that. Now, why was Tucker Carlson fired? I think it had something to do with Trump. Why was Tucker? When Tucker was fired from MSNBC. See the text message that nonetheless CNN Island. Let's go to today.
Overnight, a new report about former Fox News host Tucker Carlson's private comments after his bombshell departure from Fox News. In a text message obtained by the New York Times, sent by Carlson to one of his producers in the hours after the January 6th attack on the Capitol, the host allegedly describes watching a video of a group of people he calls Trump guys violently attacking a, quote, Antifa kid, calling it dishonorable and adding, "It's not how white men fight." Carlson also writing he found himself rooting for the mob. "I really wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it." But then Carlson writes, quote, "An alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I don't want to be. If I reduce people to their politics, how am I better than he is?" The Times reporting that the message was filed in the Dominion lawsuit but remains redacted from public court documents. But the Times reports its contents were disclosed in interviews it conducted with several people who have knowledge of the Dominion voting system's defamation lawsuit against Fox. NBC News has not confirmed the contents of the text.
Politics, man. Politics. What we gonna do? Because I remember then he went to, because he took his show to X, Speaking of X supposedly was supposed to be one of the reason, or the main reason why Elon Musk bought X, because he wanted everybody to have free speech. But even Elon Musk, the free speech guy, went after Jimmy Kimmel talking about. I'm like, yo, I think the joke was just toward Trump, grieving, not so much Charlie Kirk himself. Of course, I would like to know what you guys think.